The COT partnership area actually expands to about 1.6–1.7 million. There are very many common challenges within the border region. There's a very poor infrastructure, there's an ageing population, you have poor access to health care in a lot of the areas. So coming together, the benefits of actually working in partnership means that you have a combined mass of the population. However, the benefits of cross-border work, when you have that combined population, you're able to attract clinicians with, very many good subspecialist skills that you wouldn't ordinarily be able to do with a single population. And in terms of recruit and retain, because we're actually developing centres where people are able to access that population base to keep their skills current and to keep their practice and have good governance, then they're very, very happy to do that.
The South West Acute Hospital is the first major acute hospital on a greenfield site in Northern Ireland for some time. In fact, it's only the second such hospital built anywhere in the UK with 100% single rooms. One of the opportunities around having the option to build a new hospital on a greenfield site is you can get all of the co-locations right. So within this hospital, for example, at the far end of the hospital, we have the emergency department on the ground floor, right next door to the radiology department. And directly above those two departments are the intensive care unit, the high dependency unit, co-located beside the 5 theatre suites, the 2 endoscopy suites, and the non-invasive cardiology unit as well. It serves a large geographical area which not only serves County Fermanagh but also serves the major part of County Tyrone as well. With the support of our cross-border colleague, the COT organisation, Cooperation and Working Together, we have over a number of years very successfully put in place cross-border services. Well, over the last 2–3 years, we've been very fortunate in this hospital in attracting some of the leading edge consultants from Europe and the UK, and the feedback that I get from a number of those young consultants who have moved here with their families is that the work-life balance here is very, very good.
So since I've been down here, I've found that there are lots of opportunities to advance professionally, and it has been a good place to live and work, as it was recommended to me before I came down. I found that there have been lots of opportunities to take on far more responsibility than I would perhaps get elsewhere, particularly in terms of performing more procedures and in terms of seeing patients. There are also great opportunities educationally, and there is a lot more one-to-one interaction with consultants.
So socially and a skill, well, there's lots to do really. There's shopping, there's the art on theatre, which is good if you like theatre. There's lots of running tracks, cycling tracks, outdoor activities. In the summer there's the loch itself, you can hire out boats, water sports. I could go on and on. There's a good enough nightlife. People don't often expect it to be quite so lively, but even midweek it does be very lively out in the town. So all in all, yeah, there's plenty to do.
From the point of view of postgraduate trainees, there's a whole realm of new techniques which are developed here in the South West Acute Hospital, which are delivered to patients, and there's excellent training for doctors in this regard, with direct access to consultants in the outpatients and also in the operating theatre. And from the point of view of living here, there's fantastic opportunities from both a professional and personal level. There's fabulous educational prospects for our children in this area, and it's a thoroughly enjoyable place to live and work in.
Well, Letterkenny General Hospital is a fairly large secondary care general hospital. It covers the catchment area of literally all of County Donegal, bar a southern tip south of Donegal town. It has a catchment area of about 150,000 people, and it provides general range of services to the population. I mean, we regard the hospital as being very progressive. There's a lot of developments taking place within the hospital. Letterkenny is a nominated centre, approved centre for symptomatic breast cancer. It's also a nominated approved centre for colorectal cancer. We also have strategic and formal links as well with University College Hospital in Galway, and also with the tertiary centres in Dublin. So we see it literally as a centre of learning and development as well as a centre of service provision.
I think what really attracted me to Letterkenny was that it does promote a very strong work-life balance, and that's something I encourage all new arrivals to arrive to Letterkenny. If you're of a sporting nature, 5 minutes out any road leave Donegal will take you to a beach. 10 minutes will take you to a mountain. 3 minutes down the road will take you to the Ira Sports Centre. Through the Sports and Social Club, all employees of Letterkenny Hospital avail of discounts at various outlets, including the Ira Sports Complex. For those with families, there could not be a better place to rear one's family.
From a nursing profession, I would encourage anybody to come here and train. We have a fantastic links with our local Institute of Technology. We have mentorship programs within the hospital to support the students' training. Also, we will offer experience after training to support you and develop you as qualified nurses. Also, for our own staff, we actively promote ongoing education. Our Centre of Nursing and Midwifery provides extensive projects in relation to anything that you would need from a clinical setting.
I have been working in Donegal since 2003. So I am originally from Cork, which is the other end of the country entirely, but I would have done my medical training in Dublin. And then all the way through medicine, really, I knew I wanted to do general practice. That was my reason for doing medicine. I have grandparents who were GPs in Fermanagh, and you know, it was why I did medicine. So there are a few things that being in a rural area makes a bit harder, and I mean the biggest thing would be transport. I mean we're in the very northwest corner of Ireland, so it means getting anywhere else is a bit difficult, but the differences I've seen since moving here 10 years ago are huge. I mean, they've knocked, you know, a good hour off most travel times with improvements in roads and things, so that has made a huge difference from our point of view. And then I suppose, you know, from the point of view of accessing kind of cultural and social things, it is different from a city. You know, the city you might have theatres and all that kind of thing, but it's getting an awful lot better up here, and then the real benefit of it is that you have this amazing access to fantastic countryside, and you have, you know, as much outdoor and sporting kind of activities as you would like. And I mean that's the big thing for us, is that we're, you know, we can go to the beach in 2 minutes with the children, you know, whereas in Dublin or Cork or big cities, you know, it's not an option. And you don't have big commutes to work.
One of the main features of the services in Sligo and Leitrim is that the services work very well together. There's an integrated system between the hospital and the community, between mental health and older persons, between disability and primary care and so on. So it means that there's a good continuum of care for people, for patients, and also for staff who work in the services, and that they build up those relationships across the services. I guess the professional development within this area, there's a lot of opportunities. So while we're in the peripheral part of Ireland, we have our own medical academy within the hospital. There's a GP training school in the area. We have St Angela's College, which is part of the National University of Ireland, who trains nurses here, and we work very closely with them in terms of placements and in terms of further education and training. They also provide opportunities for staff, both postgraduate and undergraduate. Then in addition to that, for some of our professionals like physiotherapy and so on, we would have links into major universities.
The Sligo Regional Hospital provides a wide range of services, from medical, surgical, oncology services, paediatric services, along with our regional services. I suppose the core services that we provide are probably to a population base of about 150,000. The regional services would be to a catchment base of about 280,000.
My name is Katie and I'm an SHO in ENT surgery here in Sligo. It's my second time here. I was here as an intern and I was doing medicine and I loved it. I went away, travelled for a bit, came back and then really wanted to get back to Sligo as much as I could. So contacted the HR department and luckily got a posting here for 6 months. So far so good. I've only been here now for 2 weeks, but really enjoying it. The hospital's wonderful. All the staff, like from nursing staff to administrative staff to all the other doctors, are just brilliant. It's such a wonderful place. Like, if you don't know anyone, everyone's really welcoming, really great social scene. Everyone has their own special interests. I'm particularly interested in the sea. I do a lot of windsurfing and surfing, so here is the perfect place to be. You're right beside it. And a lot of other people have other pursuits like soccer, rugby. Then there's a musical every year. There's the pantomime that's on at the moment. So outside of the hospital is a brilliant life, but just within the hospital itself, everyone's so welcoming and so lovely that it's really a pleasure to work here.
There's something for everyone, I guess, that would like to work up here. So we believe it offers a very good balance between professional environment to work in, both in terms of the work itself and education, but also then in terms of lifestyle. And that's one of the big attractions, is that, as I say, many of the facets of working in big cities, we can give people the advantages professionally, but take away, I suppose, some of the problems that people have in terms of traffic and in terms of family opportunities and so on. So cost of living as well would be significantly lower. Travel costs are lower, childcare costs are typically lower. There's good access to childcare facilities as well. Very good education network here as well for people, both in terms of primary, post-primary, and indeed even third level with the local Institute of Technology here, which is currently moving to university status.
We're a rural trust serving a population of approximately 350,000. 2 general hospitals, 2 district general hospitals working in tandem to serve that population. We also cover the social care, so it's quite a big trust. And the services that we offer are the full range of medical and social and psychological services. So medicine, surgery, mental health, social care, obstetrics, gynecology, paediatrics, and others. Well, we're very open to using technology to deliver the service, bearing in mind this is a rural area covering quite a spread, and also the importance of linking the 2 hospitals together. The Craigavon Hospital would be the slightly larger hospital, Daisy Hill Hospital, the smaller hospital. The intensive care unit would be in the Craigavon Hospital. However, we've got a high dependency unit in Daisy Hill, which is linked by a telerobot. This enables the specialists in the Craigavon site and the intensive care site there to link directly with the doctors and the patients in the high dependency unit here, and we found that a great advantage. We may be a rural community, but we're not behind the curve in terms of using technology. Well, I've been here 22 years and have never been tempted to leave. Although I live in Belfast, I travel to work in Craigavon and Daisy Hill and Armagh. It's quite easy to travel, actually. It's a lot easier to get out of the city than to get into the city. It's our intention when we have a trainee that they should come back and work here as a permanent member of staff. So we're small, we have that advantage. We can be if you like, more attentive to the social and the personal needs of the staff who come here. We try to work as a team, and so when people are of any profession, particularly medical profession, are passing through, we try to bring them in to the team, make them feel welcome, and generally create a good impression.
What attracted me to come here was the fact that I'd been placed here as a student during my training, and I found the education that I received here to be unparalleled really to that in any other hospital that I'd been placed in. It's you're very much involved as a student, and that is continued as a postgraduate as well. Here in the Southern Trust, there's great opportunities for junior doctors in terms of education and gaining competency in clinical skills. For example, this year I've had the opportunity to perform several lumbar punctures, abdominal taps and pleural taps, and these are procedures that in the central hospitals you wouldn't even be offered the opportunity to perform. Yeah, so Newry is a great place to live. You know, there's lots of things for young people to do in terms of, like, you know, there's great facilities sports-wise, and also just socially. There's, you know, lots of places to go out and enjoy, you know, life outside of work. And obviously, it's really important to maintain a work-life balance. And Newry is the type of place that, you know, offers that balance for, you know, a junior doctor who's starting out working here.
A big benefit from creating critical mass, let it be through the development of a specialist service in a peripheral area. or through joining up the population to separate jurisdictions in the peripheral area. It means that we can get the training posts, we can get the high level specialists into the area that otherwise might only come to a tertiary centre.